All right, we have some questions that have come in here that I think Alhaji might have to weigh in. Be Optimized. At Be Optimized says, what exactly is the fear of the APC with this postponement? Would it impact on the result? Is that why the APC is afraid?
No, I think I've tried to explain part of our apprehension for postponement. One is that it would slow down the enthusiasm of Nigerians. Two, it will put INEC in a very bad light and to remove a lot of credibility from INEC. You see, like I said, if at the beginning INEC came out to say we cannot conduct elections, Nigerians will probably not be suspicious. Don't forget 2011, we commenced the first set of elections, and INEC said we have to stop for logistic reasons. Nigerians, despite the energy, the effort, and the money spent, we agreed because it came from him. If it had come from presidency, clearly nobody would have accepted. Two, that look at the expenses, look at the efforts that have been put into this election. But more importantly, it is the believability. What is the guarantee that if elections are postponed for 2 weeks, 2 months, or 6 weeks, it will actually hold within the new dates? Nobody will be prepared for the intervening occurrences between that time. And we've gone through this route before, 1993. We don't want to go through it again. And frankly speaking...
What route?
Oh, annulment.
Is that what are you thinking? No,
I'm saying, you see, I'm saying, when you look at election postponement and annulment, it's the same thing you achieve. You abort elections. Early postponement, which now brings a lot of uncertainty into the election, does not help our credibility, especially in the atmosphere of suspicion that the first person to come out clearly and say election will be postponed was not INEC, but the NSA. Against the fact that as of
did he say the election must be postponed?
No, he went to the yes, clearly he went to the UK.
Didn't it sound like a suggestion?
No, but is it in his position to make that kind of suggestion?
It was an advice, and he was his national security
advisor. You see, it's like if I say something today on behalf of APC, there's a tendency for you to believe that I'm speaking for the party.
The mind of the party.
Yes.
If the NSA goes to the UK to meet the business community and says that he will advise the elections are postponed, it's not like Alero was saying so. Or even like, as a matter of fact, the fact that his national security advisor, mainly Reuters, ran it through, ran the story. It became very important. Now, you see, whatever we do, we should be careful that in pursuing our personal political interests, we don't bring down the whole country. The repercussion, the consequence of a postponement may not be something that even INEC can handle. Then, of course, there's a practical viewpoint. Politicians who have been campaigning for months, their resources are not elastic. It's not like government whose sources of income is elastic. So clearly, the opposition will be very concerned about any postponement. Then the average politician will be concerned by the postponement. He has to print more posters. He has to do more jingles. More television programs, of course, that will help you. Now, then there'll be more mobilization to do. There'll be more campaigns, and you must understand what it takes for a presidential campaign. With the poor infrastructure today, you have to fly from Calabar to Yola. You have to fly from Yola to Ilorin. You have to charter aircraft. I mean, this is a lot of money on the part of the political parties. So If you do this, you are actually hitting at the opposition more than any other political party.
Suppose that's the intention.
And that's what we suspect, frankly speaking. Honestly, I mean, the government sees an imminent defeat. They want to slow down the opposition. What best can they do so? And there are even some more serious, rumors going around that the president does not even want Jega to conduct this election. And once it's a postponement, will be asked to go on compulsory leave, from which will not, don't forget.
Thankfully, you say these are rumors.
No. You see, these are rumors, yes. and that is why any postponement it will only give credibility to this kind of rumors.
Mm-hmm.
But Alhaji, how is it that those kind of rumors will be making the rounds when it's the same president that appointed Jega and in part helped to make them independent, so to speak?
See, I hate to say this, but I think even from the body language of the president at the last Council of State meeting, clearly the president supports the proponents of election postponement. No question about it.
Well, somebody has, Faye Wonder says that postponement will give room for manipulation and the people's zeal will die.
So that's what I've said.
Which is what you're saying.
Yeah.
So he agrees with you. And Caro also says the same thing. Yeah. And he says postponing the elections will be putting our democracy at risk. So the people are not happy about this idea about postponement either.
You see, let me ask a question. Okay, if you postpone for 2 weeks, what do you want to achieve?
If you don't mind,
more PVCs will be collected in 2 weeks.
Fine.
No guarantee.
No guarantee. No guarantee. As a matter of fact, follow your argument, sir. And I agree with you. If you give an extension of 2 weeks, people will simply relax and wait for the next 1 week. As a matter of fact, you know what they say? They will still extend.
Okay, Alhaji, we do have, while we're still expecting Mr. Deshi Ogunlewe, we do have Dr. Doyin Okugbe online. Hello, Dr. Okugbe, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, Dr. Okugbe, what's your take on the decision by the Council of State not to shift the elections?
Luckily, I have been with you on this program and I've been watching it from the beginning. I think we should be a little emotional about these issues. I would like to take it one by one. In the first instance, the National Security Advisor never ever said the election must be postponed in the UK. I have a text of his speech and it was publicized and published. It was during the question and answer when he was referring, when members of the audience were referring to the issues of unavailability of the PVCs, that he then said that, they have seen it and they have seen the difficulties that are on ground, and that, he naturally would love to advise the INEC, in view of these challenges, that, they should postpone the election. He did not instruct and he did not compel. And you see also, do not let us take governance to pedestrian level. I can sympathize with Alhaji Lai Mohammed. He has been outside government forever and all politicking for the last 15 to 20 years. He has to have some understanding of governance. For instance, the National Security Advisor is not a politician. And if anybody will have a knowledge of the security situation in the country, he is the number one person, even more than the president. He briefs the president on a daily basis, not on a partisan basis. That's number two. At the National Council of State meeting, what went on there, I will tell you briefly, what it is. But let me just tell you a general overview. The fact that, a person appointed by President Goodluck Jonathan, Professor Atahiru Jega, can sit down in the same room and take a position, all right? Take a position to defend, his own institution, shows you that we are running a liberal democracy in this country. And all kudos should go to the president, who feels that, an issue as important as this must be something that must be subject to discussion with those who are against, with those who are for, and with those who are, practitioners. I will leave that. Now, the only interest that this administration has on issue of postponement or not are the following reasons. One, it is okay. One is that up till the day of the meeting, of the council meeting, Akahiru Jega himself said 34% of the vote, of the PVCs are yet to be distributed. 34%. That is about almost 1/3 of the people who are eligible to vote have not gotten their voters registration. By his own admission, he said 4% of the total of the people who are registered who should have PVCs will not have, because they have not printed their card. 4% is not small. 4% is 2.5 million. About 1.6% have been stolen. That is about 1.1 million. 1.9% are not available. That is about another 1.7 million. In total, 5 million Nigerians, through no fault of their own, who nobody can predict whether they want to vote or not, will never ever vote by the 14th of April. That's number one. In attendance on that day, you see, people must see the presidency as a national issue. The president is the president of the country. He is responsible for the security, for the smooth running, and for this society. At the same time, he is a candidate, but there's nothing you can do about that. The law allows him to be both. So he's got to behave and run these things, in the best possible fashion. The APC's only interest is to, at all costs, by all means, to get power. That's a different matter. We have a very serious issue. The president is worried that, Lai Mohammed talks about 40-something local governments. Those local governments, are they Nigerians? I thought that when Boko Haram, puts flags in 3 local governments, the same Lai Mohammed shouts in America and says the map of Nigeria has changed. Now he wants to hold an election with a map of Nigeria that is incomplete. Look, this is pedestrian. Now the issue is this: the entire security apparatus of the country was present, and in unison, in a unanimity of voice, they said that presently they will not be able to guarantee the security of INEC materials and INEC officials, in those regions that are war-torn. Who are we to remain undermined and fail to recognize the importance of a submission by everything that we hold as security in this country? It was on this basis. Nobody is interested in election postponement. Lai Mohammed knows that they are carrying about a candidate that cannot win an election anywhere in this country. We are ready. We are prepared. Our final campaign is supposed to take place on Monday in Abuja here. We are better prepared. We are better structured. We are better following. We are better programmed than the crap that JPC is carrying. We are not afraid. We cannot be afraid of APC. We have beaten them before, singularly, collectively. We will touch them again any day, any time.
Okay, Mr.
And I've asked Lai Mohammed,
let
him tell us who will be disadvantaged with the postponement. Postponement, if there is a postponement at all, we are not forcing it. If INEC sees down today and feels that, yes, in spite of all these challenges, we can do it on the 14th, so be it.
Dr. Okukwe, the question I want to ask you is this. You said something about 4% of voters.
Those who will benefit.
Voters cards not printed. Dr. Okukwe, if I can just come in here.
Ask Lai Mohammed, as of today, in Lagos, 12,000 card readers are not available. 12,000 card readers are not available in Lagos. as of today, in Sokoto State, 9 local governments do not have the new and the CVR. They do not have. Are they not Nigerians?